I want to share a verse with you quickly about false prophets and deceivers. And when I speak about this, I'm not speaking about some pastors of churches that we may not agree with and may have some strange, dodgy doctrines and so forth. I'm speaking about things like the Church of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, and the Islamic beliefs. And the reason why I want to speak about this is because recently I've become quite fascinated with apologetics, and it's something I'd like to get into a lot more in the future. But there's a verse that I want to share with you, and afterwards I'll give more of my thoughts. The verse is from 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were also false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them, bringing swift destruction on themselves. Many will follow their depraved conduct and will bring the way of truth into disrepute. In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with fabricated stories. Their condemnation has long been hanging over them, and their destruction has not been sleeping. So the reason why I use this verse and not some of the many other verses that speak about being aware of false prophets is because I like the way Peter describes that they subtly and secretly bring in small little heresies into something that sounds true and sounds biblical and completely change it, and they deceive people, and their greed takes over, and they start to get more power hungry, and they want more, and they change more when people have already been deceived. And it's exactly like, for example, the Church of Latter-day Saints and Jehovah's Witnesses. All of the stuff they use sounds biblical, and yes, they use some versions of the Bible, even though the verses are completely different, and it all sounds Christian. People get deceived, but it's small little heresies that eventually build up to something that is completely different to what we believe. Like Islam, they use all of our Bible characters and all of our stories, and they claim that some of their stuff comes from that some of the stuff we believe in comes from Allah and everything like that. But it's nothing like what we have in our scriptures. It's nothing what we believe. It completely distorts the message of Jesus, who he was, what he did. And these small little things can sometimes deceive people. And once they've been caught, they snowball into something that's completely heretical, something that is completely anti what we believe. So I'm just sharing this verse to be careful of these type of things, especially in the end times when Jesus is going to return. There will be more false prophets. There probably will be more of these branches, or what I would rather prefer to call them is cults, that slowly but surely change into something that we should stay far from. And I would like to speak about this more in the future, but that's all for today. Until tomorrow, God bless.